These are the Tarot and Oracle forecasts for the month of December 2018. We have a look at the big energies that will be touching on most of your lives in the month of December in some way or another, or it could tell you the entire story. If you would like to order a personal or private reading, or that incredible soulmate reading, or perhaps a weekly update for your particular star sign, please go to the links in the description box below. As it's December and it is the season of giving gifts, I decided to do something a little extra for the month of December. I might do it again in the months to come. And that is to do a tea leaf reading, a proper tea leaf reading for each star sign, and then use the tea leaf cards so that you could see the meanings for the signs that I saw in the cup for each star sign. So we're going to start with that, move on to a relationship reading using the Romance Angel cards, and finish up with a tarot reading for the new Mystical Cats tarot deck that I received for my birthday. So Libra, you will see the 5 clear symbols that I saw in your teacup. There's probably more. If you'd like to zoom in on the picture of the cup and see what else you can pick out for yourself, by all means do that, because it will have meaning for you. The first one was the lobster, which says financial pinch. The second one says 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. Wishbone, a wish is granted. Rose, romance is in the air. And victory, or V, victory in some endeavor. Right, so there you see what I see as a lobster. You can probably make it out as well. So you start out the month of December feeling the financial pinch, okay? Not a good month to be feeling the financial pinch, although many of you may be getting bonuses this time of year. I know down south here, because it's our big holidays, this is when we get our 13th check if we work for a company. But it's just at the beginning of the month, because the next card that comes up is the 4-leaf clover. And the 4-leaf clover says great good fortune. So very quickly you have a turnaround in circumstances. I think that lobster showed up just to tell you that that's what you've been feeling. You've been feeling the financial pinch. But suddenly something wonderful appears to give you relief from that financial pinch. You then get the wishbone, which says a wish is granted. So whatever it is that turns up that gives you relief, it's a wish that you had in the past, and a deep-held wish, it would seem. So lucky at the beginning of December, even though you might have started out the month really not feeling lucky at all. Then you get the rose, which says there's romance in the air as well. So it really is one of the luckiest months so far for you guys, December. It did build up to that. There were signs all along that the year would actually improve as it was going along. So for many of you, there is romance showing up as well in December. And then finally, you got a whole lot of little V's. I debated whether they were birds and they were V's, and it just stuck in my mind. It's V. It's V. It's the victory sign. You'll see the card is very similar. It says victory in some endeavor. So all those cards put together, well, it is Christmas. It genuinely is Christmas for Libra. Then finally, the number 13 showed up very clearly in the teacup. It was actually one of the first things that grabbed my attention when I had a look at the signs that were in there. This is a date. It's a number that, it's not numerical numbers having meaning numbers. This is actually a number date. It's either December 13th or the number 13 having relevance to you. It depends on how you feel about it. So think about it. Otherwise, look up for December 13th. Keep an eye on what happens that day, because it has got a red ring around it. It is important for some reason. Now, if we move on to your relationship reading, and this applies to any important relationship, need not necessarily be a romantic relationship. It can also be an important partnership. Despite the fact I've used the Romance Angel cards. Quite a nice spread this. You get soulmate, express your love, pay attention to the red flags, true love, reconciliation, and children. Off the bat, alright, let me read what it says on the cards, because I know a lot of you want to know that. Soulmate says, yes, this is your soulmate. Express your love says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Pay attention to the red flag says, the signs are cautioning you. True love says, this is the romance of a lifetime. Reconciliation says, someone from your past is returning to your life. Children says your love life is being affected by children. So what we see, like I say, off the bat, what I see here is reconciliation for many of you in the romantic sector area of your life, particularly. It is perhaps a relationship that has been flagging a little, and you are cautioned to pay attention to that. You have seen those red flags coming up, and you actually do something to rectify it. It could be because you have children, they're taking up your time, your energy, your focus, so you have not had the energy, basically, all the time, or the inclination to pay attention to your relationship. This is a soulmate relationship. It's your true love. And you actually do something in the month of December to rectify that, to rekindle that feeling of true love. There are those of you that are looking for partnerships and relationships. There's a very good chance you're hooking up with somebody from the past again. It can be someone you just crossed paths with. It was a true love, or it's someone you had a real deep relationship with, and here they come again. There is children involved. Pay attention to that. You need to think about that. You will need to think about that. You're going to feel the need to think about that. Or it's a case of lack of children, or it's a case of needing a childlike energy to come into that relationship for this time to make it work. And you're going to be feeling that. You're going to think, this time I'm going to take it easier, I'm going to have more fun, and this is what makes the relationship better. If it's not someone from the past, it is someone very similar to what you've had in the past, that perhaps you wished you'd had a relationship with, and somehow it never panned out. This time round, here is this person, very similar to that person in the past. And whatever went wrong that you didn't hook up with that original person, remember what it was, and just put a more light-hearted energy into this relationship this time, because it is true love, and it is a soulmate. And show your appreciation, your enjoyment, or whatever it is, rather than perhaps the old fears that might rise from having a relationship very similar in the past. You know, all those boogeymen that hide in the cupboard and under the bed, metaphorically speaking. No, it's just the disappointments and the hurts from an old relationship could surface here. Don't let them destroy it or damage it. Rather, just take a nice light-hearted energy, sort of a childlike energy, as if this is a brand new relationship. That is what will make this relationship a good one. Finally, your tarot cards from my brand new gorgeous Tales of the Mystical Cats tarot deck that I got for my birthday. It's absolutely gorgeous. The imagery is just unbelievable, so much in each card. You got the 5 of Sky, the Demon Cat, the 5 of Fire, the 9 of Sky, the 8 of Fire, the 10 of Earth, the Priest, and the 2 of Sea. The tarot cards tell very much the story that your tea leaf cards and your romance or relationship cards did as well. You start off with the 5 of Sky, the Demon Cat, the 5 of Fire, and the 9 of Sky. They all talk about you getting into a situation that is not in your best interests, and you might find, you may have the inclination to do battle, or you might have people taking you on, and you might be tempted to take them on too, or you might be tempted to get into something that is not in your best interests. All of that is saying, just don't go down that road. It's just not worth it. That 9 of Sky says all this is about really is actually highlighting your fears for you. It's as if the universe has taken a highlighter pen and drawn a line under all those fears which actually don't have foundation, and then brought them up for you at the beginning of December. And look, this is what you're scared of, this is what you're scared of, this is what you're scared of. Simply to say to you, they are not real. These are just your fears. It's just like bad dreams, really, and it's time just to let them go. Can you see that 8 of Fire, the cat running away in the 5th card? That card actually says, if you feel the need to move, move. And you know what? When you feel the need to get away from those things, go dance, go swim, go to the gym, whatever the case may be. When those fears come up, know that they're just phantoms of the past, and they have no place in the present or the future, and go do something physical to get rid of that, whatever it may be that's building up. The 10 of Earth says also focus on what you know makes you happy. A good home life, a nice home, a lovely, clean, uncluttered home with lovely things in it, a family, the things that make you feel happy. Focus on those. And the priest says another thing to do here is meditate, pray, those things that make your soul, your spirit comfortable, because ultimately you get the 2 of C, which says those of you in committed partnerships and relationships will rekindle the love and romance. And those of you looking for partnerships and romance, it turns up big time for you in December. Now, I have something to tell you. So I was practicing the whole tea leaf thing properly with the teacup. I've done it a few times in the past, but not as, for every star sign like this. And my first practice run, I pulled the tea leaves, but there were a bit too many tea leaves for my liking. It cluttered the image, but right in the center of your reading, because I did Libra first always, because I'm Libran, there was a big heart. I debated whether to put it up and then thought, no, I want to do a more comprehensive reading for you. But just remember that a massive big heart showed up for you for the month of December. And on that note, I'm going to finish the reading. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you would like any of those readings I offered at the beginning, the personal, private, soulmate, or subscription to weekly updates for your star sign, please contact me via the links in the description box below. That is via the website. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, and for those of you that share this video, I truly appreciate it. Those of you that comment, I read every single comment. Thank you very much.